Hey everyone, I want to share some thoughts from the Parsha with you on a topic that has really given me great strength and inspiration over these last difficult weeks. This is the Parsha of Terumah, and Terumah is a Parsha about giving. It's the giving asher yidvenu libo, giving that comes from the lave, giving that comes from the heart. It's personal, it's subjective, it's not formulaic giving, it's people giving what they can, when they can, how they can. And I know the last few weeks have been hard. It's been difficult for me. These few weeks have been some of the hardest weeks of this past year. The cold and the snow and the isolation and just the wearing thin. It's just been a long time we're dealing with this. It's been difficult. But I have been strengthened and encouraged and inspired by you, Skokie Valley, by the amazing giving that you are doing right now. Just over the last 2 weeks, we've had some amazing efforts of heart lave-based giving into the world. Whether it was the vaccination effort, where we had teams of volunteers signing up some of our legacy members, those who might not be so computer savvy, for vaccinations, and now they're getting those vaccines. Vaccines are in arms, thanks to the work of those volunteers. Or whether it's the amazing Operation Warmth, the way that over 40 households from the shul joined an effort, young and old, all ages, to bring hot food and warm blankets and gift certificates and love to people experiencing homelessness, living on the streets through this crazy winter. Can you imagine? It was unbelievable the response that we had, and unbelievable the way that people were just giving what they could and how they could. And even just the snow. There's a lot of snow out there. And yet we've had volunteers running around to people's homes, digging out cars. There's a WhatsApp group, someone saying, help, someone's stuck here, or someone needs a shovel there. And people are just going and giving of their time, giving of their muscle and their strength to help out one another. It's really unbelievable. I want everyone to be proud and to feel a little bit of that giving which is happening right now, because in spite of the challenges, there is amazing, amazing light bursting forth from members of our community, from you and your friends and those around you. So everyone should know that, and everyone should be encouraged and inspired by it, just like I am in this difficult time. And I want to leave you with a final thought, which is that in the Parsha, after all that giving, right, we build the Mishkan with the giving, the gifts of the Jewish people. It then says, V'asuli mikdash, you'll make for the mikdash, v'shachanti betocham, and I will dwell amongst you all, betocham, not v'shachanti betocho, I will dwell in it. That's a classic question. Why does Hashem say, I will dwell in you, the people, as opposed to it, the Mishkan, which is the house that's being built for God? Of course, the classic answer is that when we give, when we act in that giving way, in that loving, giving, generous, each one in our own way, when we give what we can, we create a world where God dwells in us, not just in a building, not just in a physical space, but in our hearts, inside each and every one of us. And that's what's being built right now. Please God, in the coming weeks, we'll be building our sanctuary physically, which is going to be amazing. And stay tuned for more information about that, please God, when we start sharing that very soon. But even with the beautiful sanctuary, that's really not the point. The point, says the Torah, is really that God dwells in us, in our hearts. And the foundation of that is our giving. The foundation of that is the chesed. The foundation, olam chesed yibaneh. It's the world that's built by chesed. And that's what's happening now. That's what each and every one of you are about. That's what this community is about. And I'm just so strengthened by the chesed, the giving, that I've been able to witness over the last few weeks. And I want to give a huge yasher koach to everyone that's been involved in all these efforts and so many more. There's so much chesed going on, even things I have no idea about, you have no idea about, people just reaching out and helping one another. And please God, through that foundation of giving, we will build our own Mishkan, we'll build our own tabernacle, our own sanctuary for Hashem's place to dwell amongst all of us. And we'll build a place for Hashem to dwell in the world, in our hearts, in our community, reaching out to everybody. So thank you, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. And I just wanted to share this really important message of the giving that's happening in our community with you right now. Take care.